Okay, this is from the National Weather Service. Our interest over here is the potential of a Gulf low to develop this upcoming weekend. And we're going to take a look at the Tallahassee, Florida National Weather Service just to start. And then we're going to go weiter after that. And let's take a look at it. We're going to go over to the long-term Tallahassee National Weather Service, Friday through Monday. This was issued 3:37 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday, December 12, 2023. Through the long term, a Gulf low is expected to form near the central Gulf of Mexico, with a stratiform deck bringing persistent rain to the area this weekend. There still remains some uncertainty regarding how far south this low will form. The long-range ensemble guidance has come into better agreement that it will traverse across the Florida Peninsula. Additionally, timing still remains somewhat uncertain, with the European guidance trending slightly later on Sunday than the GFS. Placement of the low center and northern extent of the stratiform deck will noticeably impact our rainfall totals, with a more northern solution bringing more rain to the area. As of now, around an inch is expected within our Florida counties, decreasing to just over a half an inch in our northernmost southeast Alabama and southwest Georgia counties. That does it for the Tallahassee. That's what they have to say on the matter. We're going to go over to Baltimore to see what they have to say on this. First, just a synopsis. High pressure will continue to influence the region through the remainder of the work week, issued 9:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday, December 12th. A low pressure system may approach the region from the south late in the weekend. High pressure returns by the early part of next week. So we're going to skip to the long term, Friday through Monday. High pressure across the region through at least Sunday maintains dry and seasonable conditions. Highs in the upper 40s to mid-50s, with overnight lows in the 20s to low 30s. The next chance of rain could arrive Sunday into Monday as a coastal low approaches from the south, with a cold front crossing the area sometime early next week. However, there remains considerable differences in model timing, strength, and location of these features. That does it for the Baltimore. We now go to the New York City, New York. We go to the long term. This was issued 12:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. Synopsis. High pressure builds into the area Tuesday, then weakens slightly with the passage of a cold front tonight. Stronger high pressure then builds back in through Friday, with another weak cold front passing through early Saturday. High pressure returns for the weekend, with low pressure impacting the area Sunday night into Monday. Switching over to long term, forecast on track with little change in the long term period. Stuck fairly close to the NBM. Building heights aloft will lead to a quick warming trend for Friday into early next week. A weak dry frontal boundary may sink through from the north early Saturday, accompanied by a band of low to mid-level clouds at most, but no appreciable change in temperatures for the weekend. This should remain dry as another strong surface high builds into the area. Low pressure is then progged to move into the region late Sunday night into Monday. The exact track and details of this next system still needs to be determined as the forecast models continue to show different solutions for its path. So far, nothing really of too much significance. We now go to the Raleigh, North Carolina forecast discussion, issued 12:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday, December 11, 2023. Synopsis. Surface high pressure will remain across the region through tonight. A dry cold front will cross the area on Wednesday and will be followed by another high pressure area late Wednesday into Friday. We go into the long term, through Thursday through Saturday. High confidence in dry weather. The reinforcing surface cold front Wednesday will be attached to mid-level shortwave trough passage off the northeast Atlantic coast late Wednesday night, and a closely trailing second wave dropping southeast from Michigan, all pivoting through the base of a large polar low over far eastern Canada. The incoming, initially strong up to 1,044 MB, and chilly of Alberta, Saskatchewan origin, surface high will slide slowly from the Ohio Valley and settle over Virginia and North Carolina through the early Saturday, gradually modifying in the process. This slow-moving high will be anchored by building ridging just to our west over the Gulf states and Mid-South. Between the polar low trough over the northwest Atlantic and a deep digging low slogging east over New Mexico, which will keep the something low with no moisture influx opportunities. But we will likely start to see increasing clouds high Saturday as the mid-level ridge breaks down and shifts overhead and off the southeast coast, a result of the New Mexico low pushing slowly east across Texas. Our thickness start out about 10 m below normal Thursday, but rise steadily to 20 m above normal Saturday as the air mass modifies over our region. Highs will be in the cool Thursday in the mid-40s to low 50s, followed by mid-50s and mid-50s to low 60s Saturday. Saturday night through Monday, forecast confidence drops quickly, starting late Saturday night. The result of wide variability among models and modeling systems with respect to the path speed of the Texas low and how much, if any, polar stream energy works into this low over the central and southern plains and Mississippi Valley. I think that's a very important line, so we're going to read it again. Again, this is coming from the National Weather Service of Raleigh, North Carolina. Saturday night through Monday, the forecast confidence drops quickly, starting late Saturday. Now, why is it dropping quickly? Because that's the result of wide variability among models and modeling systems with respect to the path and the speed of the Texas low. That's number one, that we've mentioned a few times already. And how much, this is the second part which has not been mentioned explicitly, but the Raleigh, North Carolina National Weather Service is mentioning it explicitly. And how much, if any, polar stream energy works into this low over the central and southern plains and Mississippi Valley. There is general agreement that this cold air outbreak associated at such a low latitude will induce surface cyclogenesis over the still warm Gulf waters, fed by a long and strong tropical low-level fetch on the south side of our mid-Atlantic low-level anticyclone, which would be the high pressure. So to read that again, there's general agreement that this cold air outbreak associated at such a low latitude will induce surface cyclogenesis over the still warm Gulf waters, fed by a long and strong tropical low-level fetch on the south side of our mid-Atlantic low-level anticyclone across the Bahamas and Florida. Meaning the backside of that high is going to be feeding into this low. Our surface anticyclone is expected to lift quickly northeast to off New England and the Canadian Maritimes by Sunday, as a deep stacked low pressure tracks east over the Gulf and Florida, and the long and deepening Atlantic fetch between these two features will pump increasing low-level moisture into the Carolinas. While it's a safe bet that our weather Sunday and Monday will be highly unsettled with a good chance of rain and strong shifting gradient winds, the rainfall amounts and chance for thunder are highly uncertain. We've seen this many times before, where a strong low and mature frontal system tracking along or south of the Gulf Coast and across Florida keeps us cut off from the best moisture influx and large-scale lift, resulting in lighter precipitation amounts for North Carolina. We'll go with above climatology rain chances for Sunday through Monday in the 35 to 50% chance range, highest in the south and east, but we won't have a good handle on the details for another couple of days. Temperature should average above normal, but with abundant cloudiness yielding a much smaller diurnal range than usual.